Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 72. Solve for x. 3 times x plus 1 equal 5 times x minus 2 plus 7. So when we see the parenthesis, we need to distribute. Okay, so we want to take off the parenthesis by distribute. So let's write that down one more time. 3 times x plus 1 that equal 5 times x minus 2 plus 7. Okay, now we distribute 3 times x, that is 3x. 3 times 1, that is 3. Okay, that equal 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 2 is minus 10. And then at 7, we drop it down. We haven't touched the at 7 yet, right? So we combine like terms. So as we see that we have x terms, okay, we have numbers. So we can add all numbers together, right? So let's do step by step. Let's keep the left hand side at 3x plus 3. Then we have 5x. And then negative 10 plus 7, that is negative 3. Remember when you're adding two numbers, and you see this is negative numbers, right? And this is positive numbers. When you add them up, you have to think which number is bigger, 10 or 7. Because 10 bigger, so the result will be taking the side of the bigger number. Okay, so any numbers will have the sign in the front of a numbers, right? So the sign can be positive or negative, and then the number. For example, here we have negative 10, okay? Then we have positive 7, okay? So we're working on the side first to see the result will be positive or negative first. So when you're adding the two numbers, which is opposite side like this, so whatever's the weight of the numbers is bigger. So 10 and 7, 10 is bigger, so the result of additions will be negative. It follow the bigger weight. Okay, so the result is negative. Then we find the difference between that 10 and 7, which is 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. Okay, don't confuse this one with the multiplications and divisions. Okay, that is a same side. We're talking about this a lot of times, and we will talking about this in the future as well. So making sure if you don't remember it, copy it down somewhere. So same side mean if you have positive with positive, like multiply positive numbers, okay? Or if you have positive divide by positive, that will be produce positive. Negative times negative produce positive. Similar to divisions, same side will produce positive, and different side or opposite side that will produce negative. Okay, we talk about this a lot of time, so making sure keep that in mind. If not, in the future when we see it again, I will remind you again. So okay, let's continue with this one. Now we have left side and right hand side. Each side have two terms. Now let's see what we can do. We want to make it look like this is some number x equal a numbers b. So we move all of the numbers to the right hand side. Okay, So let minus 3 both sides to cancel the 3 on the left side. Positive 3. We see positive, we do opposite of the same amount. Okay, both sides. Okay, now we have left with 3x on the left hand side because positive 3 minus 3, that will be 0. Okay, so let's erase this. So that is 0 is gone. Equal 5x. Alright, minus 3 minus 3. Okay, so you in debt of $3 now, more debt, right? So that will be add up minus 6. Okay, now we want to move the x to the left. So what we do, we see this one is positive 5x, so we do opposite is minus, same amount 5x, both sides. Okay, now what we do is we cancel this one. The right hand side is negative 6. The left hand side is 3x minus 5x. Remember this one we have a letter with it, right? Side number letter. We're just working on, this is adding, so we keep the letter the same. It's just like counting the letter, just like the unit. Just like 3 candy. In this case, you have like the negative thing. So you have $3, but you have to pay for the debt of $5. So you're in debt of $2. See what I'm saying? So 3. Okay, so 3 and 5, which one bigger? 5 bigger, so the answer will be follow the side of the biggest weight, right? Bigger numbers. So the difference between 5 and 3 is 2. Okay, so minus 2 and then the unit x. Okay, so now we want to isolate x. How we isolate x? We divide. When you see here is the multiplications. Minus 2x is mean minus 2 times x. Okay, so we see the multiplication between a numbers and a letters. That is called the coefficients. Okay, negative 2 are called coefficients of x term. So we divide both sides. We see multiplications. We do the divisions of the same coefficients in front of x, which is negative 2 both sides. Always do it both sides, because always thinking when you're working on equations, always thinking of the scale this like this. Whatever you do one side, you have to do both sides, so keep balance. Okay, so now the negative 2 divide negative 2, that is 1. 1 times x is x, so that's how we isolate x. Okay, equal negative divide by negative, same side, make it positive at the answer, right? So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the correct answer is D. And if we have extra time after that, we can just plug x equal 3. Okay, so when x equal 3, we have 3 times x is 3 plus 1. We check if the left hand side is equal. If it equal 5 times 3 minus 2, x is 3. Remember, x is 3. Okay, plus 7. If it equal, then our answer is correct. That is the checking process. Okay, we double check it. So let's see, 3 times 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So on the left hand side we have 12. Okay, on the right hand side we have 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. So this is correct. Thank you for participating in this series, and see you next time.